Former State Supreme Court Justice Diane Hathaway's fight to stay out of prison failed today. Her lawyer argued that her loss of reputation should be enough, but prosecutors convinced the judge that Hathaway's expertise in real estate and law was a factor in the scheme. And joining us now with a look at the case is Action News legal analyst Tom Cranmer. Good to have you with us, Tom. A year and a day she was sentenced to today. Your reaction to the sentence?
Well, Joanne, I think this is the classic case of a judge facing a very difficult decision. You have someone who committed a serious federal offense, essentially bank fraud, but who otherwise has had an impeccable background and record. What do you do with someone like that? And we saw what Judge O'Mara did here.
He could have sentenced her to more, but he also could have not sentenced her to jail time. Was he sending a message, and I know we talk about this a lot in cases, but was he sending a message that no one's above the law?
I think in some respects he was, but I don't think that was his intent. I think what he did was do exactly what a good judge should do, and that is take a close look at the sentencing guidelines. Those are the ranges in which are recommended sentences, if you will. Take a look at the facts here and impose what he thought was an appropriate sentence, both for Justice Hathaway, former Justice Hathaway, and the public as well.
A year and a day. Why
Yes.
the day?
Well, the day has some legal significance because a sentence greater than 1 year in the federal system allows an individual, in this case former Justice Hathaway, to get some administrative good time credit. So that will mean she will end up serving about 10 months of the 1 year and a day sentence.
And is there any chance that you get out before that 10 months by being good in prison?
No. Not really.
So she'll serve that time.
Exactly right.
How long, as Ross pointed out, she was not taken away today. How long does it usually take before a sentence would begin?
Well, and we should say, too, that that is not unusual. In the federal system, more often than not, particularly in situations where an individual is not convicted of a violent offense, they are allowed to self-surrender. That means to report to the prison facility that has been designated for them. That actually saves the taxpayers money and is convenient for everyone. And usually it takes somewhere in the area of 30 to 60 days for the Bureau of Prisons to decide where an inmate should serve their time.
That's what my next question to you was, do we know where she'll be serving this time?
We don't, nor does Justice Hathaway. It's really a bureaucratic decision that's made by the Bureau of Prisons, and they take into account some things that you might think of, such as do we have security risk with this person? Are they violent or non-violent? And frankly, where do we have some space availability?
So you would anticipate, though, a minimum security prison in a case like
yes,
this?
You would certainly think so for all the reasons that are abundantly apparent in this case.
Tom, thanks for being here as always.
Joanne, thank you.